I'm going to be reading from the King James Version, not the New King James, the King James. Genesis 1:1 says, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth." Okay. The word God is mistranslated already. The Hebrew, it was the Elohim. The Strong's Concordance number is H430. Elohim is plural, meaning rulers or judges, gods, divine ones. So it's actually saying the gods created the heavens and the earth. I'm not going to go into a bunch of history about the Elohim, because quite honestly, I don't know a lot about it. In my mind, the Elohim are the Anunnaki. That's all I can really tell you about that. So it's not one God that created the heaven and the earth. Another thing that I think that when it says heaven, I don't think it's necessarily talking about heaven like as we think of it. You got to keep in mind it's talking about the stars, the planets, the universe, not just a blatant place. It's visible. The stars, moon, planets, etc., which could also translate into heaven is on a different planet. But anyway, Genesis 1:2, it says, "And the earth without form and void. The darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the earth." Okay, let's take the phrase "was without form and void." Okay. Was, the first word in that phrase, was, it actually means to become. Strong's number H1961. So it's becoming something. What's it becoming? Well, the King James Version says it's becoming without form. But that's a mistranslation too. It's like I said, it's becoming something. The second mistranslation in this verse was form. The word the Hebrews use is tohu, which means a desolation. Strong's number H8414. So we're becoming a desolation. The word void is another word the Hebrews didn't use. The word they used was bohu, which means an undistinguishable ruin, or like I've heard Jordan Maxwell say, a waste. So it's tohu bavohu. To become a desolate and a waste. That is, the word become is suggesting that something happened between verses 1 and 2. It seems to me that possibly there was a civilization and something happened. Whether it be a war, ice age, you think ice age, you think dinosaurs. Did the dinosaurs walk the face of the earth in this between verses 1 and 2? A very, very good possibility. But something happened that the creators wiped out, so because it became tohu bavohu. It became a desolate and a waste, which suggests, like I said, something happened. Okay, Genesis 1:3 says, "And God said, let there be light, and there was light." Okay, God, being the Elohim, says, let there be light. Again, in my mind, God, or the Elohim, is physically speaking. They physically said, Okay, let's create light, basically. We really need to put a physical concept with God or the Elohim, because in my mind they're physical beings. Genesis 1:4 says, "And God saw the light, and it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness." Okay, again, self-explanatory. God, meaning the Elohim, physically sees that the light was good. That's all that is saying. 1:5 says, "And God called the light day and the darkness night. And the evening and the morning were the first day." Okay. The Elohim, being God, meaning Elohim, in this verse they specifically say, "And the evening and the morning were the first day." Nowadays, morning comes before evening. So do we have it backwards, or does the Bible have it backwards? Why? Is there any significance on the reasoning that that they're saying evening before morning? Anyway, if there's any significance that you know about, let me know. It might not even be significant at all. And 6, "And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Okay. And Elohim, many gods, physically said, "Let there be a firmament." Well, what's a firmament? Okay, firmament is an extended surface, solid, considered by the Hebrews as solid, supporting waters above. Strong's number H7549. An apparently visible arch in the sky. Rainbow? I don't know. But the firmament it says it's a extended surface, a solid. Could it be possible that the extended surface, the solid, visible arch, is it possible that it's a UFO? Just throwing that out there. Anyway, Genesis 1:7 says, "And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters that were above the firmament, and it was so." Okay. This one is kind of confusing to me. He made this solid object and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. So we got a solid object right here, water right here, water right here. I don't know what that means. I honestly don't. 1:8 says, "And God called the firmament heaven." Well, we know what the firmament is now. "And the evening and the morning were the second day." Okay, the firmament is heaven right here. So you got earthly waters right here, and you got waters up here. I don't understand that concept. Luke, if you're watching, please call me, correct me, whatever. 1:9, "And God said, Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place. Let the dry land appear, and it was so." Okay. We know, if you have any geography or geology or any kind of schooling whatsoever, at one time we had a big pool of water on the world. Then we had a big landmass, and over time it drifted away. That's why you got your countries. It's called the continental drift. Look it up. 1:10, "And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas, and God saw that it was good." Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory right there. 111. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after it, his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. Okay. And God said, the Elohim physically said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind. That right there is telling me they made these fruit trees, grass, vegetation after its kind. So wherever heaven is, wherever the gods are, it's telling me that these gods had trees and grass and stuff like that at the blueprint to say, for a blueprint for them to create on earth. That is, let the earth bring forth grass, and the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree after its kind. Okay, that's after its kind. I'm really stuck on it. Right there on verse 11, I'm going to stop this part of the video. I'm going to regroup, collect myself, and I'm going to continue on. I'll be right back.